What's up, everybody? Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
Woo! Happy Saturday.
Woo!
Another couple weeks down. We did it. Now it's time to play some games. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So we're going to start off with a new segment. I'm going to call this Community Coolness. I'm not really... We can get a better title once we get some ideas for this. I just kind of want to go over some stuff that's going on in the community that I thought was pretty cool, like YouTube videos, anything, like what people are doing, and just kind of give some kind of, not really shout outs, but just kind of like, if you're not aware of what's going on, maybe this can help you out. One thing I want to hit big time is the Retro Rivals and Pac-Man Case have a trade war they're going on right now. So Retro Rivals called out Pac-Man Case to do a $20 or less trade war thing. You know, you got $20 to spend, you can trade games, get more money and that kind of stuff to get bigger, better games. The crazy thing is that they're going to let the community decide who won, and then they pick the next person. It looks pretty cool. It looks like Pac-Man Case is winning. You know, he traded in a bunch of games, but we're not really sure what the Retro Rivals is doing. You know, they picked up some games and stuff, but she's like painting a picture, keeping some stuff from the DL.
So you have to get like the best game to win this?
I'm not sure if you have to get the best games or not. Like it could be like monetary value. You know, if your games are worth $1,000 after you spent $20, you know, you could win that way. But it's up to the community. The community could be like, well, you got really good games that are expensive, but you know, we're more fans of the games that Retro Rivals got or something like that. Like it really just depends like what games you get, how popular they were. Like I'm not sure how people are going to vote. It could just be, you know, it could be pure chaos. Like who knows? So it's like you think you got a kick-ass collection, and all of a sudden everyone votes for the other person because it's their favorite game in the world or something like that. You don't know.
So at the end, what happened? So who wins?
It sounds like whoever wins has to ship or mail all the games they picked up to the other person. So that's the only crazy thing. So it's like, yeah, if you...
No, my games. No.
I don't know, if you picked up, you know, one of the games, if I were to find one of the games for the Ps2 that's like $700 and you get it for $20, I'm like,
no.
I'm not even going to mention that game. I wouldn't even say anything. I would not put that in the collection.
Definitely. I would not give away that.
I'd start over. I'd be like, I'll get another $20 and I'll go from there. But I know Davis Deadly and I were talking about that on one of our video game beatdowns that we do every Wednesday. Not every Wednesday. We try to do every Wednesday, but sometimes we have to cancel.
Yeah.
That if somehow, like if I joked with him, I was like, if I got picked, I have a troll, no, not really a troll idea, but I have a certain idea that I would do just to like cause some chaos. I think it'd be pretty interesting because I know Retro Rivals, they
you
threw...
want to share that with us?
I'm not going to share because I don't want to ruin it, but if I do get picked, like whatever, for whatever reason, I want to do this idea that I had.
I would not give my games away. If I get like a good game, I would keep it.
It would be hard, but
yeah,
you know.
because again,
but
you play the game and you know, hey, this game is super good and it pretty much serve any taste, right? Put it this way, people like it. Why you're giving away? You know,
it would be rough.
Tough. Yeah, it's tough.
And that's the thing. It's like, because the way Pac-Man looks like he's doing it, he's buying these cheap games and reselling them real quick to make a bunch of money. So if he gets a bunch of cash and he buys a $300 game, but he still loses, it's like, man, are they really going to give it up? You know, and send it? Like, are they going to go through? Like, I mean, if both teams decide, like, well, hey, we got really good games we don't want to give up, could they say a truce? You know,
right?
It's like, it's how far do you want to go to win this thing? So, like I said, I don't know if I got picked, I kind of want to do my idea because Retro Rivals, they're doing that picture thing, right? They're throwing in these little hidden things. It kind of works, but doesn't. So I think my idea would be pretty funny, but we'll have to see about that. But yeah, I'm excited to kind of see the turnout, who's going to win. You know, the Retro Rivals, they have rivals in their name. And all the videos that I've watched, I was like, there's not really much rivaling going on.
The rivals?
Yeah, where's the rivals at? Now they got the rival going on. So I think that's pretty cool.
It's a nice channel, though. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like anything to make anyone upset. It's $20, you know, and I could see if like someone can't spend the $20, you know, they don't want to lose that money.
And if you start to buy with $20, you buy some games, and then you make more money on that, give it up from streaming. Just keep selling games.
Yeah, right? I don't know, Pac-Man Games is doing a good job. Maybe that should be his new career, buying and selling games. I mean, that's the biggest news so far. I tried to watch some other videos. Nothing really else caught my eye. But I think this is kind of a new, cool segment we can add in.
Yeah,
and,
I wanted to see it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wanted to know how it's going to
see who's
end.
going to win. Yeah.
Yes.
But I guess we'll go to the video games between us, the games we've played.
Yes.
So this segment's just the games we've played throughout the weeks, the more memorable ones, and
super memorable.
Super memorable. We had some pretty interesting games. There's a few of them we're not going to talk about just yet, but there's a few that we wanted to go for first. I'm just going to hit on a game that I didn't think was going to be any good at all. It had a terrible cover. It looked like there's a little Samson, I believe, for the Nintendo. It looks like kind of like a Bible game, and I think a lot of, I mean, it does. It looks like a Bible game, and I think a lot of people skipped that game, and they found that the game is actually really good. So now the game's like $1,000 for.
What?
Yeah, it's
like
if you have it.
$1,000?
Yeah, if you have it complete, I think it's complete in box. It's $1,200 or something like that.
Which game is that, honey?
Yeah. I don't collect Nintendo very much, but if I ran across it for $20, heck yeah, I'd buy that game. But this is The Adventures of Darwin. This was $6 at our Mega Replay store, and it's usually like $15 to $20. So I snapped that up real quick, and I was like, well, I'm just going to add it to the collection. I don't think it's going to be any good. And I read the back of the case, and it's like, hey, you're this guy, you're a monkey trying to evolve into a human because you had a dream about a meteor coming down and like wiping out.
Super biology.
Yeah, right.
Super evolution.
That's what it is. He has to evolve. He has to get his tribe to evolve to survive. And I was like, this sounds terrible, a bad idea, and I mean, it's not a great idea.
It was nice that you got this game during the time that I'm doing biology.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Evolution to Big Bang to nanotechnology.
Yeah, it kind of fell in line of what classes she's taking right now at college. But the game actually ended up being pretty fun. I haven't beaten it yet. It's like Pikmin, basically. You get your tribe and you grow your tribe and you go out and you hunt and gather and get stuff, bring it back to your house. So there's like some kind of like a sim game going on where you got to get materials and build up, but then you got to go out and it's like an action game, like a puzzle action game, right? You get so many monkeys, or whatever evolution state you're in, do this task, unlock this thing or switch a lever because there's rocks rolling around doing different things. It's just kind of it's a super weird game, and it didn't get very good reviews. It's pretty mediocre, but I like it. It's just a fun, relaxing game, and it's just get your monkeys, get your tribe, whatever, and just gather stuff.
I heard you playing this game. I
Oh
heard,
my God,
it's not see, but I heard what is this sound? And then when I came, you were playing with that. I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, very strange. But I didn't watch a lot. I saw you pretty much running around with monkeys, a bunch of monkeys. Yeah. I was like, what?
It's my tribe.
And like every other second it makes a noise.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And I was like, what is that? Yes, and that's the reason I went to check you, but...
Make sure I was okay.
Yeah. Super strange sound.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's every time you attack or do anything, your guy goes,
But yeah.
And I was like spamming it because I'm like, I gotta keep on hitting X to attack. Well, you don't have to keep hitting X to attack. You just tap it once and he auto attacks. But I was just like, and I was like, man, this game's super annoying if you're not playing it.
I want to play to see if the concept of evolution applied to that game. If the developers did, if they just got like a very superficial.
It's very superficial.
Yeah.
I got a when you pick up a weapon, I picked up a hatchet. Basically a stone hatchet, and it's like you evolved to a basic human, and I'm like, okay,
just touch that hatch,
and that's it.
It's like, well,
yep,
you're a different person now. Very good.
But I'm having fun with it, so that's kind of the game I want to get reviewed next. There's a game you beat this in a day, I think.
Yes,
didn't you?
actually, it was one sitting that I did. I played Erica for so long. I had that game
free,
in my Ps4. It was free. And when I look into that, I was like, man, it's going to be bad game. Because it has a very nice cover, you know. That's how we do it, like digital media people.
Yeah, get you to
Put
click
it
on
like
the game.
yeah, it's a nice cover.
Thumbnail.
And then when you click, yeah, so it's so bad. So I tried this game, and actually it's a full motion
Real
video
actors.
game.
Yeah.
Yes. With a it's a very interesting story. It captivates you. Erica, that is this very shy girl, timid girl. She's not very outgoing. She wanted to know what happened to her dad in the past.
Oh yeah.
You know, after he was murdered.
Yeah.
But there's so many things there that makes the story happen. I felt very strange about this one because I was like, I like movies and I like games. This is a very good combination between both worlds. Also, you have to decide, like every decision that you take you were pushing towards a certain end. So as far as I know, there is multiple ending on that, because since
that, yeah.
you keep choosing her options, it leads you to a different way.
Is it really though? There's certain games that
Yeah.
there's like certain decisions you can make, but ultimately they just like make you think you're going a different route, but then you end up the same.
No, yeah,
So.
no. On that one, I read some reviews after, and I was like, okay, that kind of
there
makes
is.
sense. I did one run through. I need to do the other three to see the other three ends. Actually, it's 3 different endings.
Oh really?
Yes.
Oh wow.
But this, it was very interesting, very unique. I wonder if it's going to have a more of this kind of game. I noticed that people talk a lot about Heavy Rain.
Oh yeah, Heavy Rain's super good.
Yes, and they say that's pretty much almost the same. So I'm like, I can give it a try.
Yeah.
But this one, it was a little bit more special. But you have so many nice scenes, and you have a story. They did a very good plot. So at the end, it kind of you don't miss it. There's just a few things here and there that it's not a complete story, but it's still at the end. It's good. Yes, the
It seemed
ending
very
that I
interesting.
got,
Yeah.
it was the end with the 3 friends, you know, and it made me remember the movie Interrupted Girl. We watched it together. Those girls are basically, they live in this place for crazy girls.
Oh
You
yeah.
remember
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
That
yeah,
has
yeah.
Angelina Jolie
Yes.
and Winona Ryder.
Yeah.
That. And
an old movie.
it kind of resembled that.
It was
because,
okay, yeah.
Yes, this girl, she's being moved to this.
That's what I kind of thought it was going to be.
Place.
Kind
Yeah.
of that place, like.
And actually was, right? When you start to see those girls, they have different behaviors. And you're like, well, what's going on with those, right? But anyway, it's a good, it's a single player.
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
but it's a good FMV, I
Yeah.
would say.
Yes,
You
and-
got so much involved with that.
Well, even I
If
like watching you play
If you have
it.
the time, if you like to watch movies, this is a very good game. It's just a very good game, very well done.
Well, it reminded me of like the old
giving
games.
a dime to
Yeah.
the game.
Oh.
Just to the cover. I was like, no. And I got excited when I started. You got so much involved with that. And I really like it. I ended up liking a lot that type of game.
And you got some easy trophies.
A lot of easy trophies, yes. I wanted to do another run through on that and try to see what it's the other end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, I like, because I remember playing a lot of those games back in the day, kind of the full motion video games. It's like, you know, this seems a little bit more, well, it's less puzzly, I guess, compared to the ones I used to play. Like, I used to play Bad Mojo, Seventh Guest, and stuff like that. And yeah, they'd have full motion stuff in there, but you're able to like click on puzzles and do stuff. And this really did remind me of that, because you're interacting with a lot with the environment, and you know it's realistic because they actually filmed everything.
Yes. They made it easy too. It's very responsive, and it doesn't have a lot of like, oh my gosh, click it now, like in a rush. Because I think they wanted that you enjoy more the movie.
Yes.
You know, together in the game.
And that's what I liked about that, because
Yeah.
me just watching her just get stuff done. You know, there wasn't a lot of, oh, you died, restart.
Yeah,
You died,
no.
restart. You know, you just, whatever your decision is.
Yeah. And then another thing too, it's the fast clicking, right? Sometimes it requires, but
Yeah.
it was a few times. It was not you know, like in so many games sometimes, clicking out. And
Right.
then you keep like, oh my gosh, right?
Yeah,
and then you don't enjoy the scene.
God of War.
Oh my gosh.
God of War.
Right? Yeah.
That's it.
So,
Yeah.
so yeah, very good movie.
Game.
Movie game, yes. I recommend. If you have time to watch it, to play, go for it. You are not going to waste your time. Yes.
Yeah, and I kind of want to play it now too on mine. You know, might as well. We got it. Let's see. Oh, well, Betania, she got a ton of really kick butt deals. Well, you got like 10 games for like $30. There's that sale going on right now. I think it's still going on. It might have ended.
I think
or it
mine had
changed.
ended. I think it was until the 12th, May 12th.
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah,
think
so
Sony's doing like another deal.
Oh,
so you need to
nice.
relook
Yes.
and see what you got. She bought 10 games for like $30, and one of them I didn't give like, I was like, this game's going to be terrible. And some people probably don't like this game. I could see a lot of people not liking this game. And
Right at the bat. Yes.
she started playing Manual Samuel, and when you started it the first time, we saw there was a co-op option. So the next time she played it, we played the co-op.
It's super fun.
It is super fun
It's
co-op.
Fun. It's fun, funny.
Holy crap, yeah.
It's very entertaining. But there are some stuff there.
Yeah, we made it a little bit easy on ourselves. The way you can change the controls. So what Manual Samuel is about, it's his character, he dies, he gets sent to hell, and the devil or death is going to be like, hey, if you want to live, you got to do everything manually. And by manually, everything you do in real life, like that's kind of automatic, is like breathing and blinking,
Walking.
you know.
Yes.
It's you have to do it manually and with the controller. So it's like square to breathe in, circle to breathe out, you know, triggers to walk your legs, and you can play it 2 players. So it's automatically set up where one person controls the left and right side of the body functions, and I would control the right side or something like that. And I was like, that's insane. So she would take a step, I would have to take a step, and you'd have to communicate. And I was like, nope, that's crazy hard.
It would be hard.
So I changed it so she controlled the legs, I controlled the arms and the breathing, but you controlled like washing the face or doing stuff with the head and keeping your
Spine straight.
spine straight.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. But you have to go through this whole game working together, and
Very good.
Oh,
Yes.
it's super fun.
Super funny too. The story, the way that develops. Is
oh
very
my
good.
gosh, yeah. The narrator.
The splits.
Yeah.
It does the split, start to walk. And
Oh my gosh.
There's the shooting with the robots. That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah. The robot scene is neat.
We arrived at the fight with the devil. We didn't win that
crap.
one.
I think this is the last boss.
That's super hard. It feels that
Yeah.
we are not synchronized enough.
No, it really shows you. And that's where
Yeah.
and we made it easy on ourselves. So people that are controlling like the complete body parts, like it's crazy the stuff you have to do in this game to keep your character alive, because it's just like driving the car.
Yes.
Like, it's a manual car, so you have to do the clutch, the gas, the brake, and all this stuff, and you got to dodge grannies that are walking across the road, and it's just holy cow. The game gets super intense, and I guess maybe me controlling the arms is a little bit easier, but Tanya had to control the walking, and she's walking, and then she falls over, and I'm like, oh, that's easy. Like, what's?
Yeah, because there is a sequence. There is certain things that you cannot do it. Like if you press twice, your character is going to do the splits. And for you to walk, you have to know what leg you stop on.
Holy crap.
So you can go forward. And you were like, oh, super easy. I was like, yeah, go ahead, buddy. Try.
Oh, man.
And you have to remember that, because you have to stop it, and then you have to continue to walk, and then you have to stop it again, and you have to remember what leg you stop on.
Yeah.
So... yes, very good.
It is super good, but it seems like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I was giving you a hard time about walking, and when I started walking, I could have sworn I hit the trigger, and it's like, I do the splits. I'm like, but I hit the other leg. I could have sworn, but if you hit it too fast, it
doesn't count.
It doesn't register, and then you go back to the other leg and you split. And once you start getting amped up too, because you're like, oh, these events are happening, and you're like, I gotta run, and you're like, split, and then you start
split.
and you start dragging your legs, and it's just, you're dead. start over. But I think he spent less than $2 on that game.
That's what I think, yeah.
And
Because it's very interesting, those deals, you discover so many things, right?
Yeah.
Like a bunch of games, it was like, well, let's get it. And I think it was less than $2 that I got that. If it was not $1.75, it was around $2.50, but
cheap,
I would think, around that, very cheap.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I have $50.
Yeah, spend that money.
Yeah, spend that money in the games, and then guess what? There is a limit for PlayStation. You only can purchase 10 games. That's it.
At a time.
At a time, yeah.
In your cart, I
I'm
guess.
like trying to put it more. I was like, no, you can't. I was like, that's the deal. I cannot lose it. But it was a great deal, and I got like good games.
Yeah.
I wish it was physical, but again, I wish you unlock.
Well,
right?
there's a lot of them that are just digital only anyway, so it's like might as well get them on a deal. Because Manual Samuel, I don't think that's ever going to come to physical.
Yeah, it was so nice, this game. I had a lot of fun. Even the story is very funny.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Just the $2 for the story is just hilarious.
And you were like, I don't think this game is good. And I was like, well, maybe not, right?
Well,
but
just looking at the graphics, I was like, I've seen games like this before, and they're all bad. I mean, they're not all bad, but this did not look good. Yeah. Yes. And this one, it's super different, and it's a lot of fun, and I'm glad they went this style. And I'm glad you picked it up for $2.
Yeah.
This game definitely is like, it's a $5 game or more, just not much more, but for $2, whew,
why not?
Super deal.
Yeah. Here you go.
Oh yeah. But yeah, you recommend it?
Recommend it. Yes, I recommend if you have like a co-op. Again, you are going to have a lot of laughs on that game. Yes, a lot.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Or
get frustrated, like
get frustrated
at the end. We're super mad at the devil, super mad.
Die! Why we cannot hit this?
It's terrible.
Yes.
Oh my gosh! But that's all I have for the Happy Saturdays.
Yeah.
You got anything else?
No. I have more next week.
We have a lot more games we do want to talk about, but we're trying to wrap this one up here. But I guess we'll wait till next time.
Yeah.
So. All right, everyone. Thanks for checking in. Hopefully you have a happy Saturday. Hopefully you find the games you're looking for.
Yeah.
Stay safe.
Stay retro.
Yeah. And like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to see more content like this. And we will see you next time.
Yay.
Whoa, happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
This is Ingrid, Sam's secretary. Since Sam never gets any calls or does any actual work, Ingrid has a level 80 warrior in every game ever made.